God values our love for other people, and one thing our world lacks is love for others. How and why do we love other people? If you're being completely honest, think about the people closest to you that you have the most love for, or even just companions and friends. And why do you love those people? Do you love them because they love you, because they're nice to you, because they're fun, because they're cool? Like, why do you love the people in your life? There's a lot of words that you can think of that define love, but I doubt that any of them include divorce, rape, incest, bullying, racism. None of these words define love, but all of these things are so prevalent in our world today. And it starts out with a lack of love in our homes. And there's a 48% divorce rate in the United States right now. And a lot of that's based on just a fallout, issue in communication, infidelity, and all these trivial things that people make these commitments to be together the rest of their lives. And yet 50% of them almost can't keep with their commitment to love each other for the rest of their lives. And with the children, there's a 1.2 million abortions in the United States per year, and also people abusing their children and hurting their children. And there's 3.3 million reports per year of child abuse in the home, and this includes 6 million children. And none of those things show love, and it starts in our homes, and then it spreads from there. If a kid grows up in a home that doesn't show love in his relationship with his parents or their relationship with each other, how is he going to live his life and really understand love throughout the rest of his life? And there's also a lack of love in our churches. You would think that church would be the one place that you could go and you could find love, and you could find people to care for you and people to make you feel comfortable and accepted. And unfortunately, 3/5 of people leave church by the age of 15 due to feeling like church was judgmental, they were exclusive, they were unfriendly, and that they didn't fit in. 3/5 leave before the age of 15 and never return to church because they feel uncomfortable and they feel like people don't like them there. And 25% of people the ages 18 to 24 say that they feel that church demonizes them in their beliefs and in their actions, and that they are looked down on and judged when they go into church. And of all places that people should be able to walk in and feel accepted, no matter how sinful or how dirty they are, to where they can find love and they can find someone to rescue them and to save them, it should be in church. And there's no compassion, there's no hospitality, there's no relatability in our churches anymore today. And furthermore, there's a lack of love just in our country in general. 79% of Republicans voted that they were racist, and they took a survey, and 79% of them outwardly said that they were racist. And 56% of our students every day witness bullying one way or the other. They're bullied or they see bullying in their school. And on top of that, there's 208,000 rapes per year in the United States. And it's so sad to hear of all these huge, crazy statistics that involve so many people a year, and we wonder why there's so many issues in our country, and why there's so much hurt in our country, and why so many people don't feel love in our country. But fortunately, we can find love in Christ and in God. And I've grown up in church my entire life, and I've only just recently started to understand a part of God's love and how big His love is. And I've had a lot of relationships where people have deserted me, and maybe I messed up, and maybe I did something stupid, or maybe I hurt somebody, but something small, and they don't want to talk to me anymore, and they don't want to have anything to do with me, and they don't want to see me, and they just desert me. And I think through that, though, God has taught me so many huge lessons about His love, and how no matter what I do or the mistakes I make, that God will never stop loving me. And that's been so huge to me in the last few months, at times when I felt alone, and I felt hurt, and I felt empty, and I felt like I wasn't finding love from other people, that I was able to feel that love and find that love from Christ and that acceptance from Christ. And He gave His Son for us, His only Son. I couldn't imagine, like, I haven't had children, but I still couldn't imagine giving my child for someone else. And I think, like, the closest child that I have to me is my niece, and I couldn't imagine ever, like, something happening to her and me giving her for someone else. And God's love is just huge, and then He gives us things through grace every day that we don't deserve. And God is more than just having love for us. Like, He desires to have a relationship with us. And that's so cool to me, that a God that is that big and that awesome and that incredible and that powerful, like, desires to just be with me and talk to me and listen to me, and when I'm hurting, he cares. And that's so huge to me. And I wish that more people understood God's love, because I feel like if we understood God's love and how huge his love was, then it wouldn't be so hard for us to show love towards other people. And unfortunately, we have this lack of love in our homes, in our churches, in our country, and I really think it's because people don't understand the influx of God's love towards us and the way he cares for us, and that what he desires is for us to love him and to love other people. And those are the two greatest commandments in the Bible. And unfortunately, we don't love God and we don't love other people. And I work at Outback, and I have a lot of friends there and acquaintances there that aren't saved and don't have a relationship with God and don't even know about God. And by showing love towards them and being there for them when they're hurting, and even when they make dumb decisions, having their back, but yet being able to talk to them and reprimand them and tell them that what they're doing is empty and meaningless and worthless. I've been able to share so much about God and show so much of God's love towards them, and even in their darkest places where other people might not be there for them and might not care, like, that's when they're the most open and they need the Lord. And I think so often when people are struggling, or when people are in dark places, we might be there to give them advice or to tell them that they're a screw up or something, but are we ever there for them even in the good times or when we don't necessarily agree, but just to show them love and just to let them know that we'll always be there for them, and even if we don't agree necessarily, that we still are going to love them and show them Christ's love, and that we can tell them the truth and love and the truth of God and love. And I challenge you guys this week to really think about God's love and how great his love is for us, and to practice showing that to the people that are around you, the people that are lovable and the people that aren't lovable, and the people that are nice and the people that are mean. And every day, just try to show somebody love and go out of your way to show love, and maybe just one person at a time we can win to Christ just by showing them love.
Wow, that was hard.